Donald Trump's name is still at the top of Atlantic City's Trump Taj Mahal, but it's been a long time since the businessman owned any casinos here. He opened his first Atlantic City venture in 1984, but when the Taj opened 8 years later, it proved a step too far, declaring bankruptcy just a year after it opened. In political debates, the Republican frontrunner now says he saw the downturn here coming, a claim which irritates many who live here.
If he's such a savior, now he wants to say, I saw Atlantic City, I knew it was going down, I got out. Well, why didn't you stay? What are you going to do when the United States is in trouble?
Eventually, all 3 of Trump's casinos here went bust. The most recent closure was the Trump Plaza, which now sits empty on the Atlantic City boardwalk. Kon Kaimura used to work at the plaza back in its 80s heyday. He still says Trump was a good boss back then.
He was like a hero in Atlantic City because his name was well known. He sort of brought some glitz and glamour to Atlantic City, I think. Best Christmas bonus I ever got was working here. So yeah, I had no complaints about Donald Trump.
The top casino regulator in Atlantic City at the time the Taj Mahal went under was Steve Presky.
This was the start. There's the Taj Mahal in the background.
He says it wasn't just big banks that lost out in the bankruptcy.
It wiped out all of the obligations that the Trump people, all 3 properties, owed to hundreds of other people, small businesses, suppliers, all of the people I've mentioned to you, many of which went out of business.
Persky says that Trump must have known the Taj Mahal would never work when he had to rely on high-interest loans known as junk bonds.
He was dismissive of the other companies that were relying on junk bonds to finance their operations. I would never do that. You got to be crazy to do that. Well, 2 years later, he did exactly that, and it didn't work.
Trump's casinos aren't the only ones to have gone bust here in recent decades, and Atlantic City has had to deal with everything from neighbouring states legalising gambling to the Great Recession to Hurricane Sandy. But local residents hope voters will remember the failed gamble of Trump's Atlantic City empire when they head to the polls.